Mardi Gras, but it also reminded me of some of the set scenes in the Injustice game. Which is totally, that's for me, this world makes sense, right? Yes. But I took him up to the top of this roof and I went to town on him. And
I think the best part of this whole story was the fact that you paid attention to the detail of his belt buckle.
I did. His belt buckle, the pants. I mean, everything. I could even tell you what color shoes he was wearing. I guess when you're that up close,
well, yeah, it's kind of like it's right there.
Right there. But I could even tell you what, like the shoes and the laces. This dream was super duper vivid. Super duper vivid.
You can do. I'm dying. I don't know even what to call it, but those, like the police sketches. I can describe the man from the waist down.
If there was ever a Ryan Reynolds sex crime, I'd be able. I can describe the penis, sir. Oh my God, that would be the best. That would be the best. I would do it if they asked, because who wouldn't want to say, "No, I've seen that." Think about that. Let that sink in for a minute. But it would be, I don't know, it would be my pleasure. Dare I say, guilty pleasure. Which I want to say is a topic that you and I have been talking about between us. Mm-hmm. And I thought this would be something that's really fun to share, our guilty pleasures. And we all have them. Everybody has them. And if you have them, let us know what they are. But
we want to hear it.
I am going to let Hope go with hers first.
Okay.
I'm going to follow up with mine. Mine are bad, so I'm going to let her go.
Yours are so good, though.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, first guilty pleasure, and I'm just going to be loud and proud about it. I love Cardi B.
You do.
And the reason why, I know a lot of people will be like, what do you mean? There's a lot of Cardi B fans out there. She's not that bad.
I was one that said that.
Here's the thing. I'm not saying that I want my daughter to look up to her as a role model when I eventually have a kid. No, I don't. I mean, that's not an option.
Yes.
But I have to say, I love her crazy. I indulge in her crazy. And I think I indulge in it because I could never fathom that lifestyle at all.
Well, what do you mean? What part of that? When you say you don't fathom her lifestyle?
She's rich. She came from nothing. And she's loud and obnoxious. And she doesn't give a fuck about what she says.
Because there's a lot of people that are like that. So, it's not... there's a lot of famous people. What's the other one that's really... God, why can't I think of her? I can totally hear her laugh right now, but I can't think of her name. She's having the feud with Cardi B.
Oh, Nicki?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is basically the same, isn't she?
No, I feel like Nicki's not as loud and crazy as she is. She'll push boundaries in terms of her music too, but I just feel like her person, I follow both of them on social. Mm-hmm. Cardi is always making videos, always talking about her baby, and she's very open with her relationship with Offset and all this stuff. And I feel like Nicki, she'll post, but it's more I don't know how to explain it. It's not as wild.
I get you.
Don't get me wrong. She's I guess if you're in the biz, you have to be some sort of different, right, to stand out.
Sure, absolutely. Madonna's made a career of that.
Yes. But I feel like Cardi is she's one of a kind. There's no one else that can top
her.
Girl.
I get it.
I'll
be honest, when you did the Barbie nails, I literally thought that was a shout out to Cardi B.
No, they would have to be a lot longer with a shit ton of bling. But the thing is with bling, it falls off. So, but no, guilty pleasure in the sense that I would drop money to go see her live at a concert.
What kind of money are you talking?
$300
a person?
Yeah. If I could get up close, a really good seat. Because I'm the person that always buys nosebleed because I can't afford to have the super great seats on the floor. But, I would.
Well, that's your thing, right? So that's one of your guilty pleasures.
That's one of them.
What's the other?
I absolutely love zingers. Hostess zingers. I can even eat 3-4 of those, and then I might feel a little sick. Those are my go-to guilty pleasure, sweet, terrible snacks for you.
I can get behind this one, though, Hope, 100%. The raspberry zingers are the greatest thing Hostess makes, in my opinion.
I'm not a fan of Twinkies by any means.
Yeah, I can live without a Twinkie, but if I see a zinger
But a zinger is kind of similar in the sense that it's a white cake that's filled.
But it is different because it's not spongy cake
It's not spongy, and it's red, and it's got coconut and raspberry on it.
It's so delicious. That cream filling is bomb as fuck.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Mine are so not as cool as yours, man. Not at all. I am hardcore addicted to the show 90 Day Fiancé. I cannot stop watching this train wreck at all. It is the most fucked up TV show.
Yeah, it's really, honestly, I've watched it. My sister and my mom are fans of the show.
Oh,
they follow the people.
Pleasure. Well, I don't go that far.
Yeah, but
I don't
I'm just
follow
like
the people, but I watch it, and I watch
it's
the
fucking crazy.
end of the season, like the recap show.
Oh yeah,
and then I watch the Where Are They Now, and like this Sunday. It is tomorrow is a trifecta for me because we record this on Saturdays, obviously. So happy hump day to everybody who's listening to it today. But I am going to see Endgame tomorrow morning, and then I have Game of Thrones in the evening, and then I'm going to watch the 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh my
gosh. Because the
gosh.
new season starts tomorrow, but it's the recap.
Chrissy's not going to bed till 2 a.m.
Well, no, I'll be in bed before then. But it is the recap, or it's the new season that is following these total fuck up couples. I mean, we're talking hot mess couples. And they're following them in this new season to see how it's come apart. It's a train wreck. I love that shit. Put me in front of someone else's train wreck, and I'm like, man, my life is fucking awesome compared to this shit. Yeah.
That show is mind-boggling. Especially since a lot of them come from other countries. Well, I mean, all of them. I mean, that's why it's called 90 Day Fiancé.
Exactly.
Because they're here for 90 days.
90-day visas.
But to come to this country and meet someone, sometimes it's the first time they're meeting in
Yeah.
some cases.
Many times.
Where they've only been talking over the internet.
Correct.
Like Skyping or whatever.
Correct.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I
honestly,
it's
the
big
weirdest
gamble.
thing to not meet somebody and then have them come to your country and marry them, and you have 90 days for the K-1 visa, which I never would have known that without this show. So see, it's sort of educational. The look she just gave me, oh my God, it was the death stare if ever I've seen
if
one.
we were on video.
We do have to start videoing these a little bit. I did say that last week. One of the things that is weird about it is that you have 90 days to marry this person. And then, but what I also learned about the K-1 visa, educational, is that you are responsible for this human being for 10 years.
Wait, what?
Yeah, buddy. 10 years. Financially, anything that they do, you are locked in responsible for that human being, whether your relationship works or not.
Oh, okay. That was my next question.
Yes, because after 2 years of marriage, they're considered a citizen of the United States then. So you marry after 90 days.
Okay.
Then they're on like I guess they're on another form of a visa, or they're a citizen, but they have
like a probation?
probationary citizen. Correct.
Okay.
And I may be a little bit misinformed there because they kind of are gray lined on that when they talk about it in the show. But I do know that after the 2 years are up, then they're considered a citizen, and they can kind of just be like, fuck off. I never really wanted to be with you. I'm going somewhere else. And it has happened with some of these couples on the show. It's really, really, really interesting to see. And then you have some couples who there's one she was on last season. She got married to this dude in England, and he can't come over here because he's got like a violent record, like he's been arrested for violent acts, like bar fights and shit.
Yeah.
But they are not going to let him come over. So she went there to get married because now she wants to try to bring him over on a spousal visa because now they're officially married. And then there was a whole scene where she's like, it's like $12,000. I thought, Jesus
I know
Christ.
that's not cheap.
And then there's some that are so desperate to be like, and we're talking like hardcore desperate to be loved, that the writing is on the wall. This person doesn't want anything to do with you. They mock you and they say things that aren't nice, but yet they want to be with you because they know you're the ticket in. And it's really, some of it's kind of sad to watch. Some of it's really frustrating because you're like, are you that fucking dumb? But then in other cases, again, I just sit back because I'm like, wow, what a fucking train wreck. You just can't stop. It's like a bag of chips. You open it up, you don't just have one. You have 2 hours of this shit.
Yeah.
That's me. My show is back.
Oh my gosh.
And then my other guilty pleasure is a movie that is horribly bad, and I'll admit that. ish. I love it. I don't care how bad it is. It is one of my favorites of all time. I was just telling you, I probably watched it, 12 to 17 times in the last 2 months.
Which is insane for 2 months.
Oh, it's on Netflix, so it's so easy.
Wait, but are you actually watching it all the way through?
Yeah. It's not that long.
My eyes just popped out of my head.
It's not even that long. I know
it's not that long, but that's still like...
Oh my God,
almost a day's worth of watching that movie already in 2 months. Which I guess isn't that bad.
I was just going to say, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's not so bad.
Considering the movie that it is. Go ahead.
The movie is Ghost Ship, and I think it is such a great movie, and I cannot stop watching it. Like, I am obsessed.
I just am laughing. I'm laughing
movie.
at you. I'm not laughing with you.
I love this movie enough that when it came out, before it was, it was on Netflix or anything, I actually own it on DVD. I own it on Blu-ray.
I did not know how bad this really was. I did not know you owned it.
It's so bad. Oh, yeah. I own it. I own it not only on DVD, but on Blu-ray as well. Because if one fails, then I've got it on another
Why
format.
don't you just get it on VHS? You got that too?
I don't have VHS. It was out after VHS, you smartass. For one. For two.
I'm surprised you didn't buy it, just in case the DVDs
it's
and the
funny
Blu-ray
that you say
didn't
that
work.
because it was on sale on iTunes. And I was like, well, when I'm traveling, so I do own it on iTunes as well.
Maybe they should just send you some like leftover promo material that's stuck in a warehouse
somewhere.
somewhere.
Do you think they would? Oh my God. I would just love that. Yeah. If you have any Ghost Ship memorabilia that you want to send to me, I'll take it. Help me get some Ghost Ship good.
Now, the funny part is, and we've mentioned this before, I am not a fan of horror films at all. Mm-hmm. At all. Mm-hmm. I'm scared very easily. Now, the funny part about this is, before I even knew Chrissie as well as I do now, she told me about this Ghost Ship. And the thing is, that was my very first horror movie experience in a theater, because I think I was in, 7th or 8th grade. My parents were like, okay, go have fun, do your thing. Maybe I was younger even.
But you said you weren't scared by it.
I wasn't scared. I was like... banking on me and my friend Alexandra at the time. I was banking on like, oh my God, this is my first really scary movie. I'm going to just get through it and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be able to go back to school on Monday and be like, yeah, I saw Ghost Ship, blah, blah, blah.
I saw a scary movie.
Even for me, that was not a scary movie.
But I don't say it's scary.
It wasn't even thriller though.
I disagree. I find it quite thrilling.
I feel like now that I'm older and I've seen thrillers, now the one thing in my head that's always stuck there is Get Out, because we watched that together.
We did. Oh my God. Wait, do you mind if I tell?
Go ahead.
So Hope, I know, hates horror movies. So we don't ever make movie dates to go see horror movies because it's just not her thing.
I'll be a trooper and I'll go. Like if there's something, Stefan wanted to go see it, so I went to see that.
Oh, see, I can't see it. My clown fear will never allow that to happen. Ever. Ever.
Sorry
ever.
for interrupting.
Ever. But I do respect it. I don't ask you to go see them because I know you don't like them. But we were flying back from E3 and it's a long flight. It's 5 hours from California back to Chicago. So we decided to watch a movie. It was one of the last Virgin America flights too.
Oh yeah.
Because now Virgin is gone. And oh my God, Virgin America was the best airline I've ever flown. Mm-hmm. So good. They actually comped us the movie too, didn't they? Did they comp us that or did they comp us something else?
No, it was the food.
They comped us food. But we decided we'll sit down, we'll watch this movie. And I knew this is the best thing ever because not only are we watching a horror movie on a plane, so we're up in the middle of nowhere, but we have to do it with headphones on. So she's really going to be immersed in this experience fully.
God.
I had one eye on the screen. I had one eye on Hope the entire time because she was literally freaking out and jumping, having that full jump scare moment.
They make fun of people on the plane when they're when people are scared to fly, right? Or nervous. They call them white knucklers because they're grabbing onto the seat handles so tight.
It actually came from people driving before
flights.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yep, white knuckling is from people who drive like you. The passenger is generally white knuckling through that whole drive.
Really,
just
Chris?
Mentioning, hey, I drive like you. I'm not saying. Just you drive maybe a little more than I do that way.
Needless to say, I was white knuckling, not because I was on a plane. I love flying, for the record, but because I was immersed in this thrilling experience. It was a good movie.
It was so good. Honestly, Get Out was an amazing movie. If you have not seen it,
I would watch it again.
Do yourself a service and watch it.
And that says a lot for me.
Yeah, that does. Fact on fact on fact, because you do not like those. So that does say a lot.
And I'd watch it with Chrissy again because she'd laugh her ass off.
I would laugh all over again. That was the greatest experience of all time. I loved it so much.